So this is a fresh start of the Z-Anatomy Blender file, and you may have to wait a couple of seconds for this to load up because it's got quite a bit of layers and information in it. As you can see over here, I have the skeletal system selected, and you can see it shows a whole bunch of information on the skeletal system. And you can go through all of these systems here on the right and turn them on and off. Just give it some time. This file is quite large, so whenever you click on a new system, it may take a while to catch up. So on the right, you can see how to turn different systems on and off. You'll see them appear and disappear over here. You can add more tabs up here based on what you want to do. And in these tabs you can customize your workspace and do whatever you want to do with it. But let's just say you want one organ, the brain. We'll use that as an example, and you don't feel like sifting through all of these systems and all of these layers, turning everything on and off. You just want a sort of a fresh start with only the brain, and not all these other systems cluttering up your view. So in order to do that, I'm just going to close out. And be careful, whatever changes you make to this original Blender file, just be aware of that. I would always save an untouched Z-Anatomy Blender file. So in order to get the brain, I just want the brain to be isolated. I'm going to open up a new Blender file. I'm going to delete the cube by pressing X. I'm going to go up to File, and then I'm going to go to Append. Then once I click on Append, I'm going to go to wherever I saved the original Z-Anatomy Blender file. And in this case, mine is right here. So find your Z-Anatomy Blender file, double click, and you're going to see all of this in here. You just want the collection. Click again. Once you click on the collection, you can see all of the different systems that are included in this Z-Anatomy file. From here, you can search whatever you're trying to find. So in this case, I'm trying to find the brain. I'm going to go in this search bar. I'm going to type in brain. Cool. I'm going to misspell brain. Typing in brain, and then you can see everything that's got the word brain in it. So you've got a lot of choices here. Just want the brain here. And once you click on it, you just press Append. So once I clicked Append, we're going to see our brain here. So our brain was singled out, and this will be much easier to work with now. Now you can go through and hide any text that you want to hide. You can hide any parts of the brain that you don't need. It's a much easier model to work with. To load the textures, click the Material Preview mode up here on the right. If you don't like seeing all of these dotted lines that are present in your Z-Anatomy files, there's a way to turn those off pretty easily. Just go up to the Overlays tab right here, click this drop down, and you can turn off relationship lines. You can turn on and off any objects really in this group here. You could also go to View Object Types. And here's where you can turn off any object types that you don't want. If you don't want to see text, you can turn those off, and so on. So yeah, you can do the append function with any system, any organ. It's a very useful tool that I recommend everybody uses.